Hello and welcome to home worship this week. This week's a little bit different. I'm actually away this week. I'm on a retreat in Victor Harbour, spending some time just recovering, resting, and spending some time with some other brother pastors, debriefing what this experience of COVID-19 and all of the lockdowns and all of the drama of 2020 has been. This is probably a really good point for me to encourage you. If you're feeling tired or you're feeling a bit run down, make some time for yourself to retreat. Jesus did this often, and he took his disciples away as well. They retreated to a quiet place, even to the middle of nowhere, into the wilderness. Jesus literally went off into the hills, into the wilderness, just so he could be alone sometimes. It seems strange encouraging you to do this after we've just spent the last few weeks talking about how we live in community. But it is a balance. It is really important, Dietrich Bonhoeffer says, to be comfortable being by yourself and to be comfortable being in community. So all of this is just to encourage you, if you need to make time to be alone, please plan for that. I know it can be a lot of effort sometimes planning to go away, and you have to work twice as hard leading up to it, and you have to work really hard when you get back, catching up on all the jobs that you didn't get done, but it is worth it. And it's important to go and spend time away, retreating, praying, being alone, just going for a walk, taking some time to recover. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. But I thought I'd just leave you with our Bible reading for this week. So our Bible reading this week is from Romans chapter 12. I'd really love to encourage you to look this up at home. I'm not going to put the words on the screen. This is just really low tech this week. But this is our Bible reading for this week. It's from Romans chapter 12, just verses 1 and 2. And there's enough in these two verses for you to think about, trust me. Paul says, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." So I'd really encourage you at this point to pause the video and to go and find a study Bible, especially if you have a study Bible, and look up these verses, Romans chapter 12, just verses 1 and 2. Have a look at the study notes in your study Bible. Look at these words, think about what they mean, read it slowly to yourself 2 or 3 times, and think about what stands out to you. A couple of questions you might like to think about. In addition, think about what stands out to you, but you might like to also think about what questions this reading raises for you. What questions would you like to ask Paul if you had him with you? Maybe your study notes might help you to answer some of those questions. And also, maybe a random question for you. Metaphorically, what kind of instrument do you think you would be? Would it be a saxophone? Would it be a trumpet? Would it be a piano? Would it be a harpsichord or a lute or a whatever instrument you think you would be? Why is that? What instrument do you think you are? And especially we're thinking about in God's kingdom and the gifts that God has given you. So please take some time to think about that Bible reading. You could also spend some time in worship, and I've got a few worship songs that I might like to encourage you to worship to. You could look at Come Alive by Hillsong Worship. It's a really great prayer to pray over the church. Build Your Kingdom Here by Rend Collective, and Amazing Grace. There's a bazillion versions of Amazing Grace that you could look up, so find one that you like, or find some other songs. If you don't like my suggestions, please, by all means, go and find whatever song you want to sing. Then when you're ready, you can close with the Lord's Prayer. So I just want to leave that with you. Go for gold, spend some time, take your time, and I'll look forward to worshiping with you again soon. Please pray for me while I'm away on retreat, and I'll certainly be thinking and praying for all of you. Peace.